Okay, are we going to sit together? Hey, you can't bounce me while we're doing this. Mr. Monkey. Hey, how am I supposed to do this? Hi folks, and welcome to another special trampoline edition of From Amateur to Expert Daily. The formal reason that we're doing this is that this adds production value and keeps it visually interesting. The informal reason is that my area is in lockdown and the power has failed today, so we have no other choice. And this is Mikey, who desperately needs a haircut. Today he will be joining us on what is actually his trampoline. So we are talking about the idea of passing what we're going to call lovingly the nut job test. In our pursuit of expert positioning and becoming a renowned name and a top icon in your industry, we have often spoken about the idea of championing a cause. When you champion a cause, it positions you as a thought leader, it adds energy to what you do, it changes the feeling and the rigor with which you approach your industry. You go from being a specialist to something of an intellectual champion. However, all of that energy comes with a downside, and Michael strongly agrees. Hey Mike? Yeah. All of that energy comes with a potential downside, which is this. We can become fixated on the thing that we do, and that can end up looking, well, I think the term nut job pretty much captures it. So how do we get around this balancing act? Because on the one hand, you might be tempted to recede from championing strong views. And actually that would not be a good idea. It is incredibly powerful to speak strong and to be a strong champion of ideas, despite dissent from the peanut gallery. However, there is a balancing act entailed. If you do nothing else in your articles, your social media, your posts, your speeches, it starts to look like you've become fixated on a topic. And no matter how legitimate that topic may be, the very fact that you look fixated means that you will tend to fail the nut job test. This thing is very visceral. It's not an intellectual thing that we weigh up on that kind of level. We tend to react to it emotionally. If we see a person that we admire, a person who seems to have a good sense of humor, a person who seems well-balanced, decent, caring, and so forth, and they have a strong point of view, we will tend to take them more seriously. If, however, we're simply seeing rantings all the time, strong point of view but no balance, we will tend to dismiss such an individual. So, our audit for today becomes two things. One, can you scoot around a trampoline on your bottom? And two, are you posting non-stop rants on one topic that are causing you to fail the nut job test? It's amazing how even the most basic things are dependent upon a worldview. Let's take, for example, an argument about business or economics or politics. All of those things can be very contentious. All of them tend to depend upon a much deeper, much more intimate, much more personal worldview. Take economics, for example. If you were raised in the Judeo-Christian tradition, there is a much greater likelihood that you will believe in free trade and free markets supported by personal charity. People who are raised in an atheist tradition, not exclusively, this is not a rule of thumb, but it applies broadly, will tend to favor stronger central planning, socialist ideas, and a less free economy. And that bears out all around the world. So even when we're arguing about things like trade, capitalism, commerce, we're arguing deeply rooted worldviews. Again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't, and in fact I do all the time. But what we do need to do is intersperse it, particularly on social media where things can get incredibly crazy, with a little humor, a little humanity, a little bit of family, love, nicety, kindness. Bring a well-balanced, interesting, entertaining human being to the mix, and you can go that much further with your stronger views. Take a quick look over your social media, your articles, your videos. Do you pass the nut job test? There you go. Good. Thanks, Mike. That was fun. Hey. I'm in trouble. I'm getting bounced.